All right, so when I became city manager, the first thing I noticed was that the community was crying out to be listened to. And so one of the first things I did was I embarked on a 45-stop listening tour. I personally did 43 of those, where we went out into the community and we didn't turn down one request. I got my ass chewed out by 10 grandmas in northeast Springfield doing that. Another thing that we're doing to engage the citizens is reaching out to the young people in the community. This is the network, the young professionals. I met with them on my first day on the job because I thought it was symbolic to let them know they're the future of this community. If you're young in this community, you're going to be standing up here soon, and this is going to be your community. This is called Neighbor for Neighbor. This was something that's an experiment that we're trying in Springfield, where we're actually asking the Robertson and the Weller neighborhood residents to have a voice in the future of their neighborhoods. They get to plan it out. They get to participate in what they want to do to improve their neighborhood. Here they're voting on what they actually want to do in their neighborhood. Field Guide 2030 is the name of the new community strategic plan. It's a new type of plan, and you're going to hear me talk about it in a couple of other slides. But it's a completely new way. It's grassroots. It creates some things that are probably a little controversial because it came from the people. And so we're going to see in the next couple of months how that thing happens. This is another thing that's new. You're going to hear a theme in terms of new. The 8-cent transportation tax. We used to have 2 open forums, one at the North Library, one at the South Library. We had 10 people show up. This year we did it online, had an online survey. We had over 1,000 people give input. Here's a fat guy reading note. I've surprised a lot of people because I returned every phone call from every citizen. Had one guy call during a rainstorm, and he said he was complaining to my secretary saying, I can't believe there's all this water on the streets. And so I called him back. He was in his car, and he was absolutely shocked that I had called him back. He said, never mind. We've added civic engagement to the Public Information Office. These are the people I put in charge of that. Can you believe that? And they're doing an amazing job. They're an incredibly creative group. And they're working on things like this. This is the community strategic plan, or the communications plan. We've never had a strategic communications plan before. And if you'll notice, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook are at the table. Because we're starting to use social media more and more to reach out to our citizens. We never did that before. That's new. We've challenged them to do new types of public service announcements. These are not your regular public service announcement, the 30-second service announcement that looks like it came from government. I challenged them, put together something that doesn't look like it came from government. This is Jeff Houghton doing one on noise and being respectful of your neighbors. If you haven't had a chance to look at them, go to the city's website and check them out. They're all very, very creative. We're also using smart apps and starting to allow social media communication with city departments. Here you can text the police department and you can report things. We never did that before. This is another thing that's new. The Jazz Festival is another way that we're trying to engage the community. How do you use a jazz festival to bring people together? Well, we're doing that, and here we are on the square while the square is still under construction. But on October 4th, the Springfield Annual Jazz Festival will occur again. It's our opportunity and our challenge to try and bring all the different aspects of the community together for one event. The Neighborhood Advisory Council is new. We put that together so that the neighborhoods had a voice directly to the elected officials. This is two-way communication. It allows the neighborhoods to tell the elected officials. It also allows the neighborhoods and the associations to help each other. They don't talk to each other, and now they are. Student Advisory Council is also something that's new, and so this is a chance for college students to talk directly to their elected officials. Here they are doing a clothing drive. They decided they wanted to do something for the kids at Rare Breed, which I thought was great. And so now we're going to add high school students to the Student Advisory Council to talk directly to the elected officials as well. Field Guide 2030, like I said, is a new type of concept. We're doing something called adopters. We've asked organizations throughout the community to adopt a chapter or theme. They're going to do a couple of things. They're going to meet with us periodically, see how things are going, and they're going to give us a letter grade at the end of every year. If we get an A, we get an A. If we get an F, we get an F. Somebody gets fired. Here's the fat guy again looking at a Springfield Business Journal article. I've been writing a monthly article in Springfield Business Journal to try and give the citizens a chance to kind of see behind the curtain how things work in government, how government is trying to work to address the various problems. If you haven't had a chance to read it, it's monthly in the Springfield Business Journal. This is a creepy photo. We have a brand new neighborhood watch program, first in the country. And there they are watching. The Springfield Police Department put this together. It's the first of its kind in the nation, and we're very proud of it. But it requires a lot of training, and it requires the neighborhoods to go over and above. This is the James River Freeway and Campbell Avenue corridor. We're trying a new tool called Mind Mixer. This is a software tool that allows the citizens to get engaged directly, not only with the city staff, but also with the consultants that are working on this. So this is just one of the many tools that we're trying. A lot of this is an experiment. We've never done this before, and it's new. Reverend Phil Snyder, you may have recognized him. He was on in the public hearing for sexual orientation and gender identity at the council meeting. That went viral. That made Google's end-of-year collage. And it was part of their montage video that they did at the end of the year of the most accessed clips in the world. This is something we're trying for the future. This kind of goes with Wendy's presentation. This is our community greenhouse that we're proposing. We have a landfill. We capture methane. We run a generator that powers 2,100 homes in Springfield. It also produces heat, enough heat to heat a greenhouse the size of 4 acres. And if you notice, I told you this is a new type of strategic plan. We had a hard time getting people to respond to us when we went to Arts Fest and Cider Days until I changed the sign. It says, tell the city where to go. And then suddenly everybody wanted to tell the city where to go. So this was just one of the opportunities that we gave people to get involved in the development of the strategic plan. Thank you.